Hello and welcome to SLS1101 for the Spring B 2022 semester. My name is Professor Troy Shear and I'm going to be your instructor this year. I just wanted to walk you through some of the layout of the course and get you started here on the right foot. So first of all, whenever you log in, this is your default landing page. All of your course resources and content will be over here to the left. This is your main menu bar. This is called your home screen here. You can always access home by clicking it here on the menu bar as well. And it has some important information like any announcements that I post. You should see your due dates on here, your alerts, your grades, and then some additional tools as well. So some quick information there on that home screen for the course. At the very top of that page, you'll see some information about me, including easiest ways to contact me through email or through a text messaging number through Google Voice. So be sure to check that out. If you log on and you do not see this home screen, it just means that it is collapsed here. So be sure to click this blue menu bar. That will roll that out. That happens a lot on cell phones especially. So let's walk through some of the links in the class and go through what you need to know to get started. So we just covered the home screen. If you click on My Grades, you won't see anything quite yet because you won't have any grades, but you will see a list of assignments that you will eventually see grades for. You can always go back and check My Grades as you go there. Moving down the blue menu bar, there's a Start Here option, which is Module 0. Everyone needs to click on Module 0 to begin the class and start working your way down the start of semester checklist by going through each of these items and finding the related information down below. So the first three are perhaps the most important. It relates to finding the syllabus, the schedule of activities with all of your due dates, and the SLS 1101 fact sheet for the most up-to-date important information you need to know about your class. If I scroll down, you'll see there are documents that match up to each of those steps above, so be sure to go through. If you click these titles, it will download the documents for you. So have a look at your syllabus, especially your schedule of activities, as well as the SLS 1101 fact sheet, and then continue down the list, checking off each of these boxes. Because the schedule of activities is so important to doing well in this class, I wanted to take one moment and go ahead and bring up the schedule of activities for this semester. So you can see here you have blocks of work. A block of work is broken down into 3 modules. So block A consists of modules 1, modules 2, and modules 3. I'll show you more about those modules here in just one moment. Modules have a combination of what's called study activities. This is the content for the class. So you've got 5 study activities in module 1. And modules also have 2 assignments that you are required to submit, a quiz and a more traditional assignment. And we'll see those traditional assignments again in just one moment. Module 2, same thing. 5 study activities for the content. You'll have a quiz on those study activities and an assignment related to those study activities. Module 3, and really all the modules repeat that same process. On your schedule of activities, I've given you a suggested timeline of when you should be completing each of these elements by in order to stay on track for your ultimate due date for that block. But all of this work is due on March 15th by midnight for block A. So if you wait until close to the deadline to think about getting started, you're going to have a really uphill battle. So you don't have to follow my guideline here verbatim. I think you'll find it helpful if you do, but all of this work is due after 2 weeks in the class on March 15th. And again, I'll walk you through where to find that work momentarily. Once you complete block A, we'll move down to block B and the process resumes. You'll see it's very repetitive as far as the expectations. I've broken down the dates for you as well, but you also have that ultimate deadline of when all of this work is due, and those fall into 2-week blocks. So this is a shortened semester. It's only 7 weeks long. So normally you would have longer to do these assignments, but because it's shorter, all this is due in 2 weeks. Then you'll move down. This will all be due in the next 2 weeks, and then make sure to download the rest of your schedule of activities for all of the rest of the information. So that was the schedule of activities from Module 0. Once you complete Module 0, now you're ready to have a look at the actual content for the class. If you remember the study of activities, all of these modules represented Block A, and it's all due by March 15th. You just saw all of that. So let's have a look at Module 1. One of the first things you need to do when starting a module is think about deciding which assignment you're going to focus on. Every module has 4 options for the assignments, and they're always broken down into critical thinking assignments, creative, practical, or something that involves getting involved around the college. You only select one of these, and that's going to be what you submit at the end of the module. We'll come back to these 4 assignment choices in just one moment, but be thinking about as you start these modules, what do you want to focus on from Module 1? Because if you want to get involved and do something, you got to find that out right away to find what dates those events are taking place and get involved. If you want to do something creative, being creative usually takes time as well. So that's why you have these 2-week blocks, is to explore some of these opportunities and make the most out of those options. So you have the 4 options. If you scroll down, this is the link to your module content, and this is a shortcut to find your graded assignment. You should typically begin the content before trying to submit any assignments. I just give you these previews so you can approach the content in a way that aligns with the assignment that you selected to complete. So let's have a look at the Module 1 content. And I just moved it, so now it's up here, but I'll move it back shortly. Module 1 content. If you click it, here are your study activities. So this study activity is a content reading. If you click this link here, it will pull up the reading. Be sure to complete that and answer these questions as you go. These are the questions that you will see on your Module 1 quiz. Scroll down. Why go to college? There's information here about going to Career Coach and other programs and resources around the college, as well as a video. Your quiz will also ask you 2 questions about the exploration you do for this study activity. So every study activity has 2 quiz questions. Study activity 3, the role of college. This is a presentation. You'll slide through the presentation, and then when you get to these slides here, it's going to ask you a quiz question. So again, this is how you prepare for your quiz, by going through and completing these study activities. Study activity 4, another reading with 2 quiz questions. Read through, answer the questions, and then another video, and the video will have 2 quiz questions as well. So those are your 5 study activities for Module 1, and here's that folder to Module 1 graded assignments. So now you're ready to actually submit your work for Module 1. When you go into this folder here, you need to start with the Module 1 quiz. You cannot submit your work until you earn at least a 70% on your module quiz. The quizzes are untimed, and they're open book, and they relate to those study activities you just did. So if you're not getting at least a 70% on those quizzes, it's usually a sign that students aren't doing the homework along the way. You get 2 attempts. So if you fail that quiz 2 times, you're not able to proceed through the class until you reach out to me and figure out what's going on. So there's no reason not to get A's and B's on all the quizzes. Take your time, get it right. For more assignment directions, this is where you have those 4 options again. Critical thinking assignment. So the critical thinking assignment for this module is to choose any topic from Module 1. It's your choice to explore in more detail and construct a written response using reliable sources and critical thinking skills. So this is just a brief description. To see the real assignment directions, you need to click the link, and now you'll see all the information you need to do to complete that assignment successfully. And the same is true for the other ones as well. Creative thinking assignment. Tell your story using creative technology that highlights why you decided to go to college, and so on. And again, this is just a brief description. For the full directions, click here, and now you'll see your full directions, and you can choose to do this assignment if you'd like. The same is true for practical thinking assignments and your getting involved assignment. So to find out more, click inside the folder and see the actual directions. Once you have completed the single assignment choice that you selected, this is where you'll click to upload your work. So you'll choose one of those 4 options. Once you have your final product, you'll click here. You'll scroll down and browse your local files to upload your work, and then click submit. If you have anything additional to add, you could write it here in the comments, but most of these will be file uploads, so be sure you are following those directions. One important note here is you will not see this option to submit your work until that quiz is passed with a 70%. So again, the quizzes have to have 70% before you can submit your module work. So complete the quiz, choose your assignment, finalize it, upload here for submission. and that's Module 1. You'll find that once you get used to Module 1, all the other modules have a very familiar feel. If I click into Module 2, you'll see here's my description for the module, and again, here are my 4 assignment choices. So be thinking about which assignment choice makes the most sense for you as you go through your module. This folder here is a shortcut right to those graded assignments that we just saw, for example, from Module 1. So if I click here, it will bring me right to my Module 2 quiz, my Module 2 assignment options to select one from. To find out more information, click the folder. It will show you more about the directions for the assignment and how to submit your work. And again, whenever you're ready to submit your work, you can scroll down, click this, and submit your work. You will not see this though until now you have a 70% on the Module 2 quiz. So make sure you're getting those quizzes done early so you can submit your module assignments. And then you'll do Module 3 the exact same way, and all of this work, Modules 1 through 3, are all due on the same day. It's March 15th. So take the time, plan it out. You don't have to work in order. For example, you might see an event you want to go to for Module 3, and that happens this week, for example. You can go do that event first and then finish Module 1. So it's your choice which order you do these in, but you just can't wait until the last minute to get started, and you can't wait too long before deciding on which assignment you want to focus on. That way you can approach the module in a unique way. So you have 3 modules for Block A. You have 3 modules for Block B. That's due the following 2 weeks. Block C is due 2 weeks later, and then Block D will be by itself. It's only 1 module, but you only have 1 week to complete it. For more information on makeup assignments, you can check that Start Here fact sheet. That will give you the information you need for makeup assignments. Extra credit will be posted later in the semester. Right now you won't see this extra credit link. If you have questions, be sure to reach out. Again, to find some information on me, go back to your homepage. You'll see my contact information here. Also, if you go to Module 0, you'll see some information here about instructor contact information, student success resources, using Blackboard like we're doing right now, how to access Rivermail and My Pioneer Portal. You'll need both of those to complete this class successfully. Make sure you know how to access that information. And then Adobe Creative Cloud can be used for most of your creative assignment choices. RiverLife is where you're going to go to find most of the events. If you want to take advantage of any of those Get Involved assignment options, read here for finding RiverLife. And how to go above and beyond can be read here on the Achieve tab. So start exploring the class. If you have questions, reach out early. I look forward to working with you this semester and getting started on the right foot. Talk to you soon.